I have just played one of the most memorable games of my short career in ranked gameplay, and frankly, also any sort of competitive gameplay against a human in Age of Empires 2. This game was so close. And this becomes my next installment in Don't Resign. We've looked at people who gave up far too easy, and I almost threw in the towel on this game probably twice. Once when it seemed pretty clear that the game was over, and a second time when it seemed even more clear that the game was over. And both times I went, nah, let's play this through a little longer. And I won. I won the game. And I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see if this guy resigned too early. Here's the last chat. Holy crap, dude. You should have won. Galimatias. Nah. Do not have eco. That was a memorable game. Thank you. Yes. Let's take a look at it. Good luck. Have fun. It's nice. All right. This is mega random. I was actually hoping to play Migration today, but so be it. Kind of a messy start. You're going to see I make a whole bunch of mistakes here with my sheep. Like, they go and kill herdables out in my farms. Oh, that was painful. And it happened more than once, too. So that was just painful. And, all these mega randoms have this weird, like, a lot of the ones I played, they just have these tiny little tree patches around your place. You got to go find the trees elsewhere. So he's actually pushing deer. I probably should have pushed deer. I just didn't feel like it. I had so many herdables I thought I would be fine without. But it's probably a good call, pushing the deer. So, I mean, the beginning of the game is not remarkable, right? It gets interesting later. Yeah, I see here again. Oops. Kill the sheep out in the middle of nowhere. Galimatias is 1004 elo. Now I'm 1018 before this game. I'm on to gold because I'm headed up to the feudal age. And my plan is an archer rush. I'm able to take out a scout. And okay, I'm sorry, but when you see that, when you see someone throw away their scout like that, you're like, okay, this person's not very good at the game. And I guess my score isn't that far ahead here. But at one point I'm convinced I've got this game. I felt like, yeah. Seemed like I was playing against someone who just wasn't quite as good, and I thought I had this game. As it turns out, I did have the game, but just by the skin of my teeth. You can see the eco balance. Like, we are neck and neck for eco here. So I'm putting down archery range. I'm going to put down 2 so I can start massing archers. He goes straight to castle. I'm investing in archers. This is a mistake on my part. This did nothing for me. All right. I have the eco lead right now, but that's because he was spending time advancing. All right. So I'm sending my archers forward. I'm kind of panicked here. It's like, oh, he made it to castle and I'm nowhere close. Didn't feel anywhere close. And then I royally screwed up here. I sent these villagers down to build a new lumber camp, but I needed a house because I was housed. And now I don't have the wood for a lumber camp. And this is where things sort of fell apart for my economy. My whole economy stalled now. I started to lose farms. This was my major screw up. I kind of got a bit flustered and my economy came to a grinding halt. I didn't have the farms, the food. Let's take a look. So he knows I'm on my way. I think we'll open up the visibility here, the fog of war. I think he saw my archers come in. Yeah, he's sending villagers to chop wood over here, maybe? I never checked that part of the map, I don't think. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at how he saw this attack. So I take out one villager. Is that it? Huh. I wonder how long he had villagers over there. And he's already got Steppe Lancers. Now, Steppe Lancers don't have very good pierce armor. I don't know that for a fact. They tend to die really easily to archers. But still not going to win that engagement. Like here, he doesn't do anything about this archer. He just hangs out here for a while. So then he comes over to me, right? You got a counterattack. You win an engagement, you got a counterattack. And yeah, this is where I'm like, this game's kind of over, isn't it? Right? Like, not quite yet, but pretty soon here, it's like, okay, my attack did nothing. I killed maybe 1 or 2 villagers. I think just 1. Let's just check here. How many villagers did I kill? Attack society. We're gonna switch to this mode here. This is my preference. We went from 34 down to 32. Oh no, wait. I killed 1 villager, right? Blip. That was my attack. This is his attack. I was at 34 villagers and I went down to 30 here. So, you know, and even more. It's just getting worse. So, like, this is GG, right? This is GG. This is my economy. I have 3 guys on wood here. I've lost my food income, right? I am headed to Castle Age, but, like, too little too late, right? I have some villagers here. They didn't get raided, though. This is what's amazing. He didn't raid this. He didn't find this. He didn't raid this. He must know I'm on wood somewhere. So I wall up, right? Here, you want to protect your wood income. I'm still on farms, but like really things have come to a grinding halt here. In total, I lost. Let's see here. 34, 29, 5. I lost 5 villagers in that raid, and yeah, so that was almost GG. I was like, before this game started, I was going, you know, I have lots of negative experiences with losing in this game. I think it would be less negative if I just admitted failure early, right? Like, yeah, this game's over, right? Because sometimes you can just tell the game is over. You just quit and you move on to the next game, right? No big deal. But kind of like a noob, I just hang in there and keep playing. So here, I had just some spearmen. Steppe Lancers are not very good. Knights are by far the tankier unit, in my opinion. Just, again, I haven't looked at their stats. I don't know what they're good against. But just my impression from having fought Steppe Lancers in this game, it's like, they're not that great, really. So, I'm like, okay, well, there's a bit of hope, right? I've got wood income that he's not able to get to, right? And I'm on stone here. So my thought is I'm going to try to castle drop. Now, I thought about putting even more villagers on stone, but I was in the back of my mind, I was like, I can castle rush this guy. Yeah, I was like, it's not gonna really do anything, right? He still might win, but at least, right, not throw in the towel early. Maybe I was thinking I could like sell my gold for stone, or buy stone rather. But you can see already, this is a giveaway here. See the circle here? Something's about to happen. Dun, 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 dun. It's the castle drop. And like, there's nothing I can do. I've got nothing. I've got villagers. And in fact, I'm like, if I rush it down with all my villagers, I can take this thing out. Let's see how that goes. Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. I realized it was going to be a slaughter. I was like, wait a minute. I'm Koreans. I have guard tower. Let's build a guard tower, right? Yeah, this is a waste of stone. I shouldn't have done this. And I lost some villagers in the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost 5 villagers there. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, more. I lose more villagers. Let's take a tally on my villagers. Like, when you see this, this is GG, right? This is game over. Good game. Nice playing. I'm at 19 villagers. That's Dark Age population for villagers, right? This is over. He's got fishing ships, and he's at 31, right? This game should be over. But, oh, he's losing villagers. How is he losing villagers? Oh, yeah. He did this. He ran right under my town center. I don't know what he thought he was doing, but he lost a bunch of villagers there. But, you know, still, the game's his, right? Except I have 655 stone. That's castle territory, isn't it? And I saw this archer sitting here. Remember from my raid earlier? He left one of my archers alive. That's him. So this is my scout now, because my scout's long dead. Let's skip forward. I also was able to create some archers from my archery range during that raid. So let's keep going. Skip forward. Right? Takes down my town center. He's going to take over that base. We're going to do a base swap here. All right. Let's slow down. So I'm scouting around. These guys are on no attack stance because I don't want them giving it away. If he's got his attention elsewhere, I don't want him seeing what I'm up to. I don't want to, stray arrow giving away the whole game here. So I am on no attack stance with these archers, and I'm just working my way as close. This is as close as I think I can get, right? Drop the castle. I'm surprised he doesn't take out my market here. I thought he took out my market here. He didn't. I quickly bought more stone because I realized I wanted to build a town center. The archery range was not a good target. He should have taken out my market. He gave me time to buy the stone I needed to get a market going. So, his loss. These villagers are exposed. He could have taken them out. And then here, he laughs at this. But little does he know that this game is not ending soon. I think he thought this was a Hail Mary and it wasn't going to last very long. He was wrong. He's very wrong. All right. I bought the stone with my market. He never took down with the petards. I bought the stone before he could have taken down with the petards. But, he didn't know that. He probably should have taken out my market. And we're going to go for stone. Sorry. Misclick there. He's got knights out. I don't know what he's attacking. He started his community here. He's taken over my farms, my gold. I'm like, great. He's rebooted his economy, no problem. And he still had this, before he's got gold here. He's got gold here. He's got food income. He's got wood. Little did I know that there was wood here. Let's take a look. Yeah, he's still got wood going here. I wish I'd known about those villagers. And he's looking for me. Let's take a look. Let's see what's happening from his perspective here. Oh, he finds this tower. Now, I'm chopping wood over here, right? He doesn't see this. He doesn't see it. There were so many missteps he made. I don't think he's a bad player, but he just... Look, what's the spearman doing? He's just standing here. Standing guard. I'm on defense stance. It's just look at that. Knights take out spearmen way faster. I can't believe these villagers survived. And then I realized what's going on. So I walled them in. So then his town center's down. And I'm going for my own town center. I want to take gold. I'm walling up here, doing small walls, so I can keep taking wood. I think at a certain point here I realize this is a dumb idea. We'll see when that happens. So now I go into gold. Not only do I want to take resources, I want to take them away from him. Put down a market. I thought I didn't have a market, but he hadn't touched my market. I don't know how you neglect to take down someone's market when you have the upper hand. I mean, a market is where a bad economy gets rebalanced in a situation like this, and I needed a market. But I didn't know I had the market. I built another one, so I kind of wasted the wood on that. That's wood I could have put to better uses. I give up on this. I'm like, he's going to break through. He's going to kill these villagers. Let me have some sneak wood income. So I put some sneak wood income here. I didn't see this lizard coming along. Anyway, I come down here. I take wood down here. And he didn't see. He scouted. Oh, he did not see me. He scouted this area and he missed it. Would you look at that? I had this wood income till the end of the game and he never found it. And he missed it by a few tiles. Now, he's had this wood income all game. Let me look at my scouting. Look at that. I did scout this area, but it was a long time ago. I did not even think to look here. So we both had sneak lumber camps. All right. So I'm pumping out war wagons. These things are tanky, right? Is it Red Phosphru who does he basically goes fast castle, drops a castle on his wooden stone or gold. War wagons are a great option. They are so tanky. I made good use of these things. His economy's certainly better than me. Let's take a look quick at those stats. Yeah, villager count 33 to 23. Now, we should both have a much better eco than this, to be clear. But he's still up 10 villagers on me, right? I took out his fishing ships a while ago. I must have missed that in the replay. Let's take a look at resources collected. You can see dead even for most of the game, but this is where he raided me right here. And then we start to see a divergence. So his eco was better, at least up until 39-minute mark. All right, I'm trying to mass these war wagons. But what I'm doing is I'm intermittently creating war wagons and I'm buying food. So I'm using the gold to buy food so I can create villagers. And I'm putting the villagers onto stone up here. Yeah, you can see. Because I want to slowly grow my economy, but also I know I need military. I need to maintain map control because I have to deprive him of resources. He can outboom me if I don't try to deprive him of resources. So these guys, I'm like, there's wood up here. Is he up here taking wood? And I also want to come in here and raid him, right? Oh, look at this. I'm like, oh, look at this. Oh, that's, you know what? My thought pattern was different. I saw, you know what I did? I saw villagers wandering off this way, okay? I have houses here, and I saw villagers wandering off this way. Because I was watching him. I was trying to figure out where he was vulnerable. And I figured he's taking wood here, and I wanted to take away his wood income. So that's what these guys are doing. They're working their way around the map to raid his lumber camp. I don't see a lumber camp, but I'm suspecting a lumber camp, right? Because there's no wood here. So I need wood. I've got wood down here. I'm assuming he needs wood too. I'm betting he has wood up here, right? As it turns out, he also had wood here, but that's besides the point. Ta-da! I don't have ballistics quite yet. It's painful to watch this. Oh wow, this raid did not go well. I wasn't even watching. I was paying attention to something else. Oh yeah, so this is what I was paying attention to. He was dropping another castle, and it cost him dearly. This castle cost him dearly. 1 villager, 2 villagers, 3 villagers, 4. And this cost me as well. I'm like losing all my war wagons to the Steppe Lancers. I garrisoned my town center, start taking out his Steppe Lancers because we're so close together at this point. I'm sure Steppe Lancers have their uses, but man, I am underwhelmed. I would have been a lot more in trouble had it been a whole bunch of knights. But knights cost a lot more gold, don't they? Now, as it turns out, this castle will go up. Because he's bringing more villagers over. He doesn't have a lot of villagers. Oh, he took his villagers from here to come get the castle done. Oh, he invested too much in this. That was a mistake. This was a huge mistake on his part. It cost him way too much. I mean, he got the castle up. He gets the castle up, right? But at what cost? I mean, yeah, I lost guys, but I killed so many of his villagers. How much did that cost him? Look at his economy. His economy went to nothing. I mean, my economy's not great here. Let's not. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. Look at his villagers. This is that's that castle. So we're from 34. Now, I did do some raiding as well. We saw the wood line there, right? So that cost him something. But look at this. He lost like all his villagers in that raid or in that castle drop. That was his critical mistake right there. Meanwhile, I kept buying food with the gold I was mining and building villagers. So now I actually have the eco lead. Look at that. Get a load of that. So he starts making trebs. Like, that's what I was worried about. I'm like, trebs are going to take down my castles. And without castles, I can't create war wagons. And that'll be the game. And as it turns out, yeah, his trebs do take down stuff. But he doesn't have an economy, right? Let's look. He can't afford another treb right now. What does he have for eco? He has 2 villagers here. And a whole bunch of idle villagers in his castle. 12 villagers. And you can see I am looking for him. I've got my war wagons out. I'm watching stone mines. I'm watching gold mines, right? They're scattered throughout the map. I'm patrolling them. I do not want him taking resources, right? This game can be a stalemate if he doesn't take resources. The game will be over if he takes resources. I know it because my eco, well, you know. So he finally finds me up here. I dropped a town center up north here, right? And I'd taken the stone, and now it was basically just taking wood. So now it's like build a market, sell wood. Before it was buy food with gold. Now it's going to be sell wood for gold because you need wood and you need gold for war wagons. And he's trebbing down this castle. And when I lose that castle, well, I have another one up. I can keep creating war wagons. And war wagons are basically what I'm living on now, right? I'm not creating any other military. I need war wagons to keep going. And they are tanky enough that they're... like, I'm going to take out his treb here. Yeah, speed this up a bit. But then I see a much juicier target, right? His remaining eco, right? I don't know what his eco's at, but I figure the more villagers I kill, the better for me. I don't see a thriving eco, and I'm patrolling the map, so I figure he's probably in pretty dire straits. So if I can take out what little eco he has, I buy myself time at least, right? All right. How did that hurt him, right? Let's take a look. So he went from having 12 villagers, he replaced 1, and now he's down to 8 villagers. 8 villagers to 29 villagers. I didn't believe him. At the end, he said, you saw the comment about something about no eco, right? When he gave up the game. I didn't believe he had no eco. There's no way. I felt like he had the initiative this whole game, but his castle drop cost him so dearly. I didn't realize how much it actually cost him until now. All right, so now I'm coming back here. I'm harassing this. This is the only eco I can see, right? This is the problem with taking over the enemy's base. You leave some of their buildings up here, and they get vision on what you're up to. They see your activity. They see what your villagers are up to. They see what's ripe for raiding, right? He's trying to fish here. Not anymore, right? Look at this. We have, I'm not going to count that. So we have 7 lumberjacks working uninterrupted. This was a lifesaver, right? Having this constant wood income. It allowed me to build town centers when I needed them, right? Because I wasn't able to constantly take wood throughout the game. It wasn't always certain. But because he never found this and he never raided this, I never even walled up here. It was very vulnerable. Okay, I came back here because I was looking to see if he was taking wood there. He wasn't. Was he still taking wood here? Yeah, he was done taking wood there. In fact, let me just go back to this. His eco is these 3 villagers here. Oh, he did take a relic. You know, that was smart. I should have tried to take a relic. And he's got a few farmers here. He's putting down an archery range, and that is for skirmishers, because skirmishers do counter war wagons, but not the skirmishers he's going to create. He's creating feudal age skirmishers. If you don't know, these things are useless outside of the feudal age. If you're using feudal age skirmishers and your enemy has crossbow, you're done. Now, war wagons are significantly tankier than crossbows. So, yeah, this is not great. All right, I'm just, I'm trying to do damage, right? I'm trying to stay away from the castle. I have nothing to address this castle. And he has monks now. Did he convert something yet? But he converts something at one point, and I realized that I'm involved. Yeah, he already converted something. I must have missed it, unfortunately. But I knew I had to be careful. So I have these guys just on the edge of his city nibbling away. Right, we're taking out skirmishers here. I know I need gold now, right? I'm living on wood that's being sold for gold, and I need to take gold. So I take this gold here. Let's start speeding this back up. All right, I start taking gold here. I keep pushing out the war wagons, right? And I guard my villagers here. And then this is where I think he pushes me, right? Actually, he doesn't yet. This wasn't smart for him. He lost some units here. Yeah, I have ballistics in now. Yeah, now he pushes me with his treb. He thinks he's got... Now, I know that it's game over, right? I know he has a treb. I know he's got enough units to guard the treb. I'm like, I'm done. He knows I'm here. The only thing left here is wood, right? I can get wood anywhere else on this map. I'm leaving. I'm done with this place. It has served its purpose. I have plenty of wood. I have 300 gold. We're going to town center over here, right? I mean, why hang around to have your villagers slaughtered when the castle goes down? That's stupid, right? Now, I probably shouldn't have taken this fight, but whatever. You know, at the time, it makes sense. I wanted to keep my castle up because my castle is actually where I get my war wagons, right? In fact, I regretted leaving with all my villagers because I had no way to repair this castle. When this castle goes down, the gravy train of war wagons goes away, and the war wagons were doing great for me. These war wagons were the difference between resigning earlier and playing until this point. By the way, I forgot to mention, the second time I thought, it's GG, is when he dropped this castle, right? The first time was when he raided me and took out a whole bunch of my villagers with his Steppe Lancers. The second time was when he dropped his castle. But I kept playing. After that, I never thought about resigning again. I just was like, this is a close enough game. I'm just going to stick with it until I cannot move forward, right? Like, I cannot put down another town center. I cannot keep moving. And he made so many miscalculations and mistakes that I was like, I bet I can outthink this guy, right? The fact that he never raided this wood line. The fact that these villagers lived so long. There were a whole bunch of missteps he made that I think were easy to have corrected. He could have had this game. He could have had this game playing exactly the way he did with just better scouting, finding my economy. He did not raid my economy effectively. See, selling wood for gold. All right, let's keep going here. He's going to take down this space here, right? That goes away. I take down his trap. He knows I'm here now. He's trying to take a stone here, but I'm not going to let him, right? No gold, no stone for you. It's a gold stone. What's the difference? See, his economy he can't recover. He's not recovering. And meanwhile, I'm holding steady. In fact, I keep increasing my lead over him. All right, he's on to gold, but he has nothing, right? Like, oh, he's going monks, right? He's going monks. He has a mango dye. Yeah, he has gold income. That's what he has. He has gold. He's creating cavaliers. He must be buying food, right? Let's take a look. Yeah, see, he's buying food. And he sold his stone, actually. He just has nothing. He has nothing at all. I didn't notice I actually took the score lead near the end here. I can't create war wagons, so what's the next best alternative? I put down in a siege workshop. I don't put it near my town center. I put it up in this corner because I figure he's not going to check right here, right? He might take out this, but he might not see this, right? So I figure right up in that corner. And also there was not enough room to put it here. He tries to raid me. It doesn't go well for him. And I have, ballistics is like the best tech out there. Your defensive buildings get so much more effective with ballistics. All right, let's see it from his perspective here. All right, I have a battering ram, and it is garrisoned with spearmen. Why spearmen? Because I can afford them, because they counter all his cavalry. I take out actually a couple of his villagers with, all right. We're going to keep a live tally on villager count here. He's down to 6 villagers. Oh, that's rough. That's a Chinese opening to a random map game. All right, some fancy micro on my part, if I don't do say so myself. These war wagons are so tanky. I think Koreans are my new favorite civ. And I know I talked a lot about Bulgarians, but now, as it turns out, monks are a weakness, or rather a counter to these war wagons. I was doing attack rounds on this. Trying to, yeah, so he does take out, all right, he takes out my guys, but, you know, I'm able to take on cavaliers with war wagons. To me, that's pretty impressive. And look, watch this shot. Boom! He's done. Right? 5 villagers. But the game's not done for him. Seems to me like he's struggling. So if I can take out this town center, I figure game over. He's trying to, like, play micro here, but little does he know that I've got ballistics. And yeah, technically you can dodge ballistics, but not easily. All right. I do just enough damage here. Ungarrison my spearman, take down his cavalier. He takes out, yeah. And then he realizes it's over, right? And that's it. That was it. That was the game. Look at that. Look at that. That castle drop, that second castle drop, I think was the fatal flaw. Like, he made other mistakes, but we all make mistakes, right? I made plenty of mistakes in this game. You saw at the beginning with the sheep. But where he really, really made a huge mistake was paying this price for that castle drop. It wasn't worth it. He was impatient. He wanted the game to end. He was on the winning side, right? He knew he was going to win, and he just wanted the game to be over with. And so he paid a heavy price for that castle, and that was it. Now, some of this was me raiding, right? I did raid his wood villagers, but that wasn't all of this. This is a swing of 20 villagers, right? That wasn't a quarter of that. My raid was like that, up to that point right there. We would have been break even for villagers. And he had access to all of the gold and stone. I was in a corner of the map, right? So I think had he not done this, the game would have ended very differently. Let's take a look at resources collected. Tech, I mean, we both explored most of the map. Look at this. Right? He didn't make this see this curve here? That is where he threw away all his villagers, right there. That elbow. The change in the slope. And then I overtook him, right? And I had the resources to finish the game. He did not kill my eco effectively, and he threw away his eco on a foolhardy castle drop. Now, if Galimatius sees this, it was a very fun game. I enjoy it, and I hope to see you on the ranked ladder again one day. All right, everyone. Goodbye. Oh, and don't resign. Play the game through. Right? It's okay to resign when the game is certainly lost. But it was not certainly lost, as you could see for me. I thought the game was over. But I knew it wasn't mathematically over. When it's mathematically over, absolutely throw in the towel. But if there's a chance, just stick in there. You might be in for a great game. I'm glad I didn't throw in the towel because this was just a lot of fun. Even if I lost, it was just so much fun. So, all right, now I'm out. Goodbye, everyone.